Life in medieval times does not rush. Nothing here asks for speed. Nothing insists on urgency. The world moves slowly, and everyone inside it follows the same gentle rhythm. Morning arrives without sound. Light slowly enters small wooden homes, touching rough stone walls and worn wooden beams. People wake not by choice, but because the day has already begun. There is no alarm, no announcement, only light. Feet touch cold floors. The air feels still. Breathing is slow and heavy. The body moves before the mind has time to think. This movement is familiar. It has been practiced every day for years. Clothes are simple, the same clothes as yesterday and the day before. Fabric feels worn but reliable. There are no mirrors, no concern for appearance. Clothing exists only to allow work to continue. Outside, the village waits quietly. Stone paths stretch between wooden houses. Doors open slowly. Footsteps echo softly. Nothing looks new. Nothing has changed overnight. The village looks exactly as it always has. Work begins without discussion. Tools are lifted. Hands move. Soil is turned. Wood is carried. Movements repeat again and again. The mind slowly becomes quiet. Thought fades into rhythm. Time is not measured here. There are no clocks, only the sun moving slowly across the sky. Hours stretch without being counted. Days blend together. Hunger arrives softly, as it always does. Bread is eaten slowly. Water follows. No flavor demands attention. Eating is quiet and brief. Hunger fades only slightly. Work resumes. Bodies grow tired. Muscles ache. Fatigue is familiar and expected. Rest is brief. Complaining changes nothing, so no one complains. The afternoon feels heavy. Heat slows movement. Shadows lengthen. Work continues, slower now, but still steady. Illness appears often. A fever, weakness, quiet coughing. There is no panic. Herbs are tried. Rest is given. Time decides the outcome. Life continues either way. As the sun lowers, work slows. People return home with heavy steps. Homes receive tired bodies without comfort or celebration. Evening food is simple. Bread again. Water again. Eating happens quietly. Energy returns just enough to exist. Night arrives early. Candles glow weakly. Shadows stretch across small rooms. The world feels smaller now. People lie down fully clothed. Beds are rough. Comfort is not expected. Sleep arrives easily, not because it is pleasant, but because the body is exhausted. Time loses meaning during the night. There are no dreams of progress. Tomorrow will be the same. Yesterday was the same. Life moves in circles. Children grow into adults who repeat the same lives as their parents. Generations pass quietly. Villages remain unchanged. Years move forward slowly. Change is rare. Improvement is minimal. Survival is the only goal. Acceptance replaces hope. Calm replaces questioning. Acceptance makes survival possible. Morning returns again. Light enters again. Feet touch cold floors again. Clothes are worn again. Bread is eaten again. Work begins again. The medieval day repeats itself slowly, quietly, endlessly. There is no true ending here, only continuation. And as this story continues, it gently returns to the beginning, where morning arrives without sound, and life moves slowly, exactly as it always has. Outside, the village exists quietly. Stone paths remain unchanged. Wooden doors open and close softly. Footsteps pass without conversation. The air carries no urgency. Work begins again. Tools are lifted again. Hands move through the same motions. Soil turns. Wood is carried. The rhythm returns, steady and unbroken. Time stretches outward. There is no beginning and no end to notice, only movement, then stillness, then movement again. Hunger returns slowly. It settles in without complaint. Bread appears once more. Water follows. Eating is calm, quiet, and brief. Hunger eases, but never leaves. The sun rises higher, then pauses, then begins its slow descent. No one watches it closely. The body feels the change without looking. Fatigue grows naturally. Muscles tighten. Breathing deepens. Rest is delayed but expected later.
Take a slow breath in and let it go. There is nothing you need to do right now. Nothing you need to remember. Nothing you need to understand completely. This is not a story that requires attention. It doesn't need focus. It doesn't even need interest. You can listen, or you can let the words drift past you. Tonight, we're stepping into history. Not the loud parts. Not the exciting parts. Just the quiet parts. The moments that passed slowly. The days where nothing important happened. The kind of history that most people forget because it didn't change anything at all. You might notice your thoughts starting to slow. That's fine. Let them slow down. If your mind wanders, there's no need to bring it back. This voice will keep going, whether you're listening or not. Long ago, people lived very ordinary lives. They woke up. They walked slowly. They waited for time to pass. No rushing. No screens. No notifications. Just hours stretching gently forward. You don't need to picture anything clearly. If an image forms, let it fade. If it doesn't form, that's even better. This story won't build tension. It won't lead anywhere important. There is no moment to wait for. Everything here is intentionally uneventful. The voice may repeat itself sometimes. That's on purpose. Repetition makes the mind feel safe. Safe enough to rest. Safe enough to sleep. As the story continues, you might stop following the meaning of the words. That's not a problem. That's the goal. Your only job is to remain comfortable, to let your breathing stay slow, to let your body become heavy. History doesn't move quickly tonight. It barely moves at all. Imagine a place where time feels wide, where minutes feel long, where nothing demands your attention. If you're still awake, that's okay. If you're already drifting, that's perfect. The sound of this voice doesn't require response. It doesn't ask questions. It doesn't expect answers. It's simply here, filling the silence. Softly, the afternoon drifts by. Sounds soften. Even movement seems quieter now. Everything slows together. As light fades, work fades with it. People turn back toward their homes. Steps are heavy but unhurried. Evening settles in gently. Food returns in its simple form. Eating happens without conversation. Energy returns only slightly. Darkness follows quickly. Candles glow faintly. Shadows move slowly across familiar walls. Bodies lie down again, fully dressed, already tired. Sleep comes easily. During the night, time loses all shape. There are no plans, no goals waiting, only rest. Morning returns once more, and with it, the same slow beginning, the same quiet village, the same steady work, the same gentle hunger, the same early night. Life continues unbroken, uninterrupted, not once, but endlessly. And as this continuation fades, it naturally blends back into the earlier rhythm, where light enters softly and the medieval day begins again.